Happy Sunday morning, everybody. It is August the 29th, 2021. I hope you have had a wonderful week, and I know that a lot of people are still getting sick. It seems to be getting really rampant right now, but more than anything, God is still in control, and He leads my life, and I'm hoping that you put your trust and faith in Him to lead yours. I've got a lot of different requests for this week. I've got most of them in the program. There were just a few that I could not put in, mainly because I did not know them and could not find them. But we are going to start out today with a patriotic number, and we're going to start with the Star Spangled Banner this morning. Say God bless America. All right, next up, good one out of the Redback hymnal, Farther Along. Requested a few times lately, and honestly I had not done it because I hadn't taken time to learn it. Even though it's in the Redback, I don't know every one of them, sorry, but this one is I Know He Heard My Prayer. Hope you enjoy. That is a good one. I enjoyed learning that one. Actually, I heard Natalie Raines play it on her program the other night, so I'm like, oh, so that's how that song goes. That helps a lot to listen to other pianists. All right, next up is one that keeps coming up every once in a while, and it's Master, the Tempest is Raging. And again, Keith Lloyd, thank you so much for sending me the copy of that. I'm trying my best to hold on to it and not lose it this time. All right, next up is another one that it was requested on YouTube a couple of weeks ago, and I had to send somebody in search of for this one. So it is Friendship with Jesus. If you've noticed a little bit different sound in the piano today, I did have new hammers put in it this week. The keyboard sounds so much better now, I think. Those hammers have been in for about 50 years, so they've served their purpose well. And thank you, Doug Brady, for making sure that this piano sounds in top shape. I appreciate it so much. All right, next up, we've got In the Garden. is one that's out of the Methodist hymnal, and it's a good hymn, and we especially need hymns like this right now because we sure do need some promises from God about the assurance that He is in full control. He knows everything that's going on. So here is Hymn of Promise. If you watched the program all the way to the end last week, you know that I announced that Priscilla Hensley and I are doing a duo piano concert October the 1st at Missionary Wesleyan Church in Forest City, North Carolina. We had our first rehearsal together for that yesterday. It was a wonderful experience. It's great to actually get to sit beside of her and draw from her vast knowledge. We had a good rehearsal. I'll post one of those videos a little bit later, but I do hope you make plans to attend if at all possible. Just put in Missionary Wesleyan Church in Forest City in your GPS. It's really easy to find. It's just off of Highway 74A, just past the mall, turn beside of Kentucky Fried Chicken. You can't miss that. All right, next up is What a Lovely Name. Next up is a very good hymn, Grace Greater Than Our Sin. God's grace is greater than any sin we can ever commit, because God is always ready and willing to forgive us of anything that we do wrong. All right, we've played a lot of slow stuff so far today, so let's pick it up a little bit, and let's do Heaven's Jubilee, and then I'm going into a good Southern gospel song called I've Been Changed. I can't help but think about your daddy in that one, because he loved that song. That was in one of the books that he had given to Mom and Dad. All right, next up is, let's go back to the Redback hymnal in just a minute. And this is definitely a good one here. We'll soon be done with troubles and trials. Change gears just a little bit. Again, I just wanted to use the music because I haven't done this one in a little while. But it's a good, very good, slower Southern gospel one, Midnight Cry. can't wait till that midnight cry does come and Jesus calls us all home. All right, next up is one, and I want to dedicate this one especially to my mother, because I remember the story she told me about how God blessed her so much one time through this song. And y'all pray for Mom. She's at home sick today, not feeling very well at all. But we are going to do The Love of God. Next up, I got a couple more slow ones, very worshipful. And the first one is, Lord, I want to be a Christian, and then Holy Ground. standing on holy ground. All right, now several of you made a request that you don't care what it is, as long as it's out of the Redback hymnal and it's fast. So we will end with something out of the Redback hymnal and fast. Going to do the meeting in the air. It goes into I'll Fly Away. Then it goes back to the meeting in the air, and you'll feel like you're flying away. All right, enjoy. Have a wonderful week. See you next Sunday.